GNCC time, everybody. Brian Pierce here. We're talking with Maria Forsberg. She is the first ever factory off-road woman-sponsored rider. However you want to, throw that to the world. That's the truth of it. But she's pretty awesome. She's been riding dirt bikes for a really long time. We're happy to see the fact that all that hard work is paying off. So, Maria, how is your evening going tonight?
It's going awesome.
Yeah? You hanging out in California?
No, I'm in Washington.
You're in Washington. That's okay. You're in Pacific time. And I have a cat on the computer. Thanks. My wife let the cat out, and it's coming to play. Hellcat is back. We've unfortunately had quite a few issues with this thing in the past, coming and attacking guests. And me. It's whatever. So, you're hanging out in Washington. Whereabouts in Washington you live? You don't need to give us exact details or your address. We wouldn't send you anything creepy, but if we wanted to.
I'm in Linwood. It's like 20 miles north of Seattle.
Okay, cool, man. So you guys must be having some pretty nice weather right now then, eh?
Yeah, it's unlikely, but we are.
See if it stays around for a little bit. Yeah, we've been having kind of iffy weather here in Texas, but it's been a good time. All right, one of the things that I want to know about is I've done a couple Endurocross races, but you have done like the pinnacle of all Endurocross races, the one at the X Games 17. How the heck was that, being on TV and being all shiny under the big lights?
It was awesome. It was incredible. Everyone treats you like a rock star, and we got all this free food in this lounge and free rock stars and free Red Bull, and so I was soaking it up,
Nice.
eating as much as I could eat, all the free food and stuff, and they treated us really well, and I think it was great for the off-road sport.
Yeah, for sure. Did you do any like crazy new preparations for that? Like getting ready for that? Maybe putting on some different types of makeup, some different foundation for the camera. I'm just kidding. But like riding wise, did you prepare differently for that?
Yeah, I trained really hard last year. I did a lot of just Endurocross training and stuff, and I did it about 1 or 2 nights a week after work. I would go, and then on weekends too. And just pounded out the Endurocross laps. And I also got a trials bike, and me and my husband have been riding trials, and I think that helped a bunch in Endurocross. Awesome,
man. Yeah, I definitely think that trials is a big step in the right direction. Some of the balance or the skills that you can learn on those bikes are insane. You said you went to an Endurocross track. Do you have one there close by in like Seattle or something like that, or?
I have a friend who lives like 45 minutes away, and he has one that's pretty good. Yeah. And then my in-laws have one too, and they're like an hour and a half away.
Your in-laws have an Endurocross track. No wonder why that guy married you. Or why you married him, I would say, because that's pretty wicked. I would marry him if my in-laws could have an Endurocross track. I think that would be pretty awesome. Alright, so you're all the way on the West Coast, and you've been traveling to the East Coast for a lot of the GNCC rounds. You've won 3 in a row now. You're going to try to go for a 4th. How has that been for you?
It's been awesome. The factory team's really cool. It's unlimited support, and they've been by my side through everything and helped me a lot on my starts and the bike and gear and everything. So I'm just really thankful that they gave me this opportunity to do this. Yeah,
for sure. You've almost won the overall with the adjusted time a couple times. Have they been telling you on the pit board when that's like if that's the case that you could kind of push it to try to get that?
Yeah, that's the last race. That's all they wanted, and I guess I had the lead for a while, and then I lost it. But I ended up getting second, and I was so pumped. I did a dance at the end and everything. They were all pumped for me, and so I'm going to try and go for the win. So hopefully I'd get it this year.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of funny because we have noticed there's 2 Texas girls. Actually, both of them do the local Toro Series, which I'm a part of, and a lot of the other local Texas stuff with Ashley Crouch and Hannah Otto. So have you seen those girls much? I noticed you do beat them by quite a few minutes, but have you had a chance to talk with them and see where their careers are at?
Yeah. Me and Ashley are really good friends, and Hannah sure has stepped it up this year, and she's been doing really, really good. And they're both really fast, and they're still young and up and coming, and they're definitely going to keep getting faster, I think.
Yeah, for sure. So big bucks coming up. Where is your head at for that?
Trying to shoot for a podium in the overall, hopefully. It's not my total forte in the GNCC series. It's a little faster, not as technical.
Right.
And so try and get a solid podium and hopefully win the women's class. And looking forward to the Pennsylvania round and the West Virginia round, which are rocky and hilly and more my style.
Yeah. Well, it's a Monday now, Monday evening now. Whenabouts do you head out for, say, like one of the East Coast rounds?
I work Friday, so I fly out Friday night, usually like at 10 at night, and so I could get a full day of work in, and then with the time change, I land and get in usually like 9 in the morning. And then, so I just sleep on the plane, hopefully. And then I get up and I go sign up on Saturday and walk a little bit of the track and then go to sleep. Sunday I wake up and then I fly home usually like 6 or 7 at night. So I get to stay for part of the pro race and then get in around midnight. And then I wake up at 5 and go to work on Monday. Man, that is dedication to your hobby for dang sure. I mean, obviously you're getting a paycheck, but that is dedication, I'm not going to lie. So you say you get a full day of work in and then you're up to go again. You're a full-time electrician, is that correct? Okay, see, that's something I don't think a lot of people know about you. I know I didn't know that. They may have been talking about it and I may have just skimmed by that, but that's pretty insane. How long have you been a full-time electrician? I think almost 7 years now.
7 years. How'd you get into that?
My dad does HVAC, like heating systems and air conditioning, and I always did work with him on weekends when I was in high school to pay for my cell phone bill and stuff, and always just was drawn to the electrical part, and so I got in. I was lucky to get in right when I was 18, and so.
Nice. Have you ever touched a 220 line? And if yes, what does it feel like?
No, but I've been standing next to a guy who touched 480.
Whoa! What did he do?
Well, he was a big guy, but yeah, he jumped though.
I mean, did he just scream like a little girl, or did he actually like fall over from it?
No, he jumped. It was for sure. I definitely saw it, but he just got his finger. So.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty intense, man. All right, okay, so back to a little bit about the team stuff. Who, if you have one, is your favorite team member?
My favorite team member?
You don't have to call anybody out, but, you know.
I like them all, but I'd probably have to say Caleb, because him and his fiance and me are really good friends, so I hang out at their camper and stuff a lot. Nice.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good guy. I got to meet him at Loretta Lynn's just for a short time when I was doing the little digital off-road post-race show with Jason Hooper. He's a really cool kid. That guy cannot grow facial hair at all, though. It's pretty, it's like just barely patching in there, man. So, CrossFit. I read around and listened to a lot of people say that that's kind of been one of your new training methods for you. Tell me a little bit about your experience with CrossFit. I have my own, but nobody's going to listen to me. They're going to listen to you. So tell me about your experience.
It's pretty gnarly. I'm working with a girl. She's working directly with me, personal training me doing it, and she played professional basketball. And I've definitely came really close to puking a lot of her workouts. And I don't know, it's just addicting though. I mean, it's really neat for me because time-wise, I don't have very much time with work and stuff, and a lot of her workouts are only 20 minutes, but they're so intense that you don't want to do anything for the next 4 days. But right. She has me on a regiment where we work out 3 days, 1 day off, work out 2 days, 1 day off. Yep. And when I'm gone, she'll text me my workouts, and you don't need weights or pull-up bars. I mean, I have all those at home, but when I'm traveling, she has workouts for me to do where you don't need anything, so it's really, really convenient. You don't have to find a gym or anything. Yeah, I totally agree. I have pretty much a set of weights, a bar, a Concept 2 rower, and a box, and a jump rope, and that's really all I need to do any workouts here at the house. And you don't even need that. That's just what I've accumulated throughout the time. Thankfully, Concept 2 has been very nice, and they've helped us out, so it's always a good time. But what box do you attend? Do you attend a box like regularly with your trainer, or do you just kind of? Okay, well, see, CrossFit, when you go to the gym, that's the gym, but CrossFit, we always call them the box. I don't know where that ever came from. It's just what I always return to. You know, what they've always referred to it as. Yeah. She owns a gym, and I go there probably 2 times a week. I try to, and she has the ropes that you climb and everything, the gnarly stuff, and all sorts of different grip on pull-up bars and the medicine balls and boxes, everything, rowers, bikes, and so I do that, and then I have weights at home, and so sometimes I do. She'll just send me my workout, and I'll do it at home. Right. So do you have a favorite WOD and a least favorite movement? Well, I hate Fran.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah. My least favorite movement is probably the squats. I don't like anything with squats, and she has me do a lot of them. She's trying to strengthen my lower back, so I do the straight arm extended squats.
Yeah, overheads.
Which are they're gnarly.
I would agree. I actually got pretty. I wouldn't say good, but at least balanced enough to where I could do them semi-regularly. I cannot get a muscle up, though, for anything. I think I just need to work on my dip strength and stuff. That's a conversation for another time, though, and talk about my my weaklings. But I did have a conversation with Jared Bolton, and he was saying that you happen to have quite an interesting accent and that we should ask you to say a couple words, and one of them would be magazine, bar, and tag. So we were wondering if you could at least give those to us.
Well, Jared... Yeah, okay. Well, Jared, I don't know, it must be something from Washington, but I say magazine.
Magazine?
And, yeah, magazine. And roof.
See, I say roof, but I'm from New Orleans. So I don't know
really?
I don't know what's up with that.
And I say bag, like garbage bag.
Big?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And then he also said, who wears the heels on the reg? And I don't have a clue what that means, but we're hoping you could at least give us some insight on that.
I have no idea. Jared was just talking about him wearing heels on the reg, and so I don't know. I have no idea where he came up with that.
I'm kind of scared, but I figured I would at least ask. I kind of read it, and I was like, yeah, I don't really know what he's talking about, but hopefully you did. But you don't. That's okay. Bolton's weird. We all know it. We just go with it sometimes, so it's okay. So the ISTE this year, 2012, it's in Germany. What are your plans? Do you want to attend?
I don't know. That's up in the air right now.
Yeah?
I've been talking to Auntie, which is the KTM manager, and he, I am not sure yet if that's in the books for me or not. Yeah, I would go, but, he wants me to go, but, it's just comes down to money pretty much, fundraising and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
no, I totally understand. Well, I mean, typically it seems like they've already kind of got all the women's teams and stuff like that figured out. I mean, do they know if like they've kind of put their spots in and stuff like that, and if there's room for you, or would they have more than one women's team, or how would all that kind of pan out? Do you know?
I don't really know. They choose 3 women get to be on the World Cup team, and there's 2 qualifiers. So, I mean, any girl can go and qualify and make it. And I think they're allowed to hand choose one woman, but I'm not sure about that either.
All right, well, we're going to have to start getting your name in the ballot, and you're going to just have to start kicking ass at the qualifiers then, huh? I think that's pretty much how you get on the team, is just overall the qualifiers, and then they won't have any need to wonder if they should send you, because then they'll know they should. I'm going to try to make it up there to Idaho. My buddy Wes McKnight and I are going to try to come up there and qualify and hang out. A buddy of ours, Dale Spangler, obviously at Fly Racing, helps us out a lot, and so we want to go hang out with him and kind of kick it. So if we come up there, would you hang out, give us 5 minutes of your time, we could high-five it out?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Well, cool, man. I hope that, I know we had a little bit of trouble getting this off to a start, but that's okay. Technology even gets the best of me sometimes, and I could screw stuff up with the best of them. So I thank you very much. You know, what's new coming up? I mean, you got the GNCC this weekend, Endurocross starting in May. Is there anything else kind of going on that, you know, people should be aware about with you?
Just mostly the GNCCs. They're pretty much every other weekend right now, and I have 3 Endurocrosses, 2 before X Games and X Games all before June, so I'm going to be pretty busy before July.
Nice. Is X Games in July this year?
It's actually the end of June. It's a month early this year.
Okay, cool, man. Well, that's going to be awesome. Are you going to be in California again for that? Was it LA last year?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, good. You know, you can buff your helmet. You already know how to buff your helmet now to make it look all shiny for the lights and everything, so it shouldn't be too hard. So is that your husband that's been wandering around behind you with the big muscles?
Oh, yeah. Can you see him?
Nice!
I rode 6 days with Wes McKnight.
Did you really?
Yeah, in Slovakia. He wore a football jersey every day.
That's pretty much, I'm pretty sure, I'm surprised he didn't wake up having a beer every day.
You know, he might have. I don't know. But, yeah, I rode 6 days with him in Slovakia 2005.
Yeah, Wes McKnight's a cool dude. He's kind of been helping me. I've just turned AA like 2 or 3 years ago, and he's been kind of helping me try to, I don't know, get faster. Make the best of this piece of crap, I guess you could say. whatever. Yeah, we'll have fun together though if we go. Kurt Caselli said he'd share a beer with me, so I don't know. You think that I could actually hold him up to that?
I don't know. I don't think he likes to share those.
Yes. After the fact, he told me he would have one with me, so I think it'll happen. I may have to chain him to a bed, but we'll see. Well, Maria, thank you very much. Sorry to totally intrude on your evening, but I will let you get back to it. Thank you very much. Seat Time. SeatTime.co is where you can find us on the internet. We're on Facebook, Facebook.com/SeatTime. As well, we're on Twitter, so it's SeatTime_CO. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do you have any little social media type stuff that you'd like to say to the world?
No, I don't think so.
No, that's okay. All right, well, thank you very much for your time. You have a good evening, and we will definitely be talking to you soon, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye!
Bye.